Scrapplications. I woke up with the best idea today. Let's go to work. I want to show people how to turn simple scraps into a good project. Let's go to our scrap pile. Yeah, I think this is perfect. This is some brushed synthetic metal by Johnson's Plastics. We're going to put it in our 48 by 36. Ambystoma mexicanum. Origin, Mexico. Status, critically endangered. Aww. Time to cut it out. Look at that shine. Let's take this guy home. Alright, put it on there. Oh, okay, I got it. There we go. There we go. Look at my pet axolotl Twinkie. Looks pretty good. It all came together. And until next time, see ya! Hey everybody, it's Walker and Tim at Full Spectrum Laser, and welcome to Laser Talk Live.
And I'm still out of the bubble.
You're out of the bubble.
I'm out of the bubble.
It's officially episode 2, where we have Alan, the space cadet, and Tim, the previous bubble boy.
Ex-bubble boy.
Known as Bearded Bubble Boy.
The artist formerly known as Bubble Boy.
I hope you guys enjoy our Scrapplications. It's the brainchild between Tim and I, where you take scraps and you make something cool.
Apparently we got a lot of pushback here at the office.
Yeah, some people in support, and Mike and Diane in HR think they don't like the name Scrapplications.
Yeah, they think they don't, but they actually do.
I think scraps and applications came together.
It's obvious.
I mean, really, if it comes down to just the name, that's all on you.
Well, thanks for throwing me under the bus.
Because, I mean, we came up, I was thinking about this idea, and then I was like, scrap apps, and then you were like, Scrapplications, right? And then everybody hated the name. But I like the name. I hope you guys like the name, because we're going to make more of them.
Yep, whether you like the name or not, we're going to make a bunch more.
I enjoy it a lot. I think it's very fun, and I can't wait to see Alan's Scrapplications and more Scrapplications.
Fred Jones says that's a great name. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sure. I believe you.
Yeah, Fred Jones. That guy's a trickster.
Oh, boy.
But we do have a great show for you guys. We have 2 more videos to share. One is camera calibration for the Muse 3D, made by Waddy and Alan.
Yep.
And then we have what's the other one, Tim?
Reference markers.
Reference markers, and that was made by you.
It was made by me. Yeah, it's a feature that's actually on both of our hobby and pro series lasers that a lot of people have been asking about, and we just did a quick video on how they work.
Yeah, so software likes to update things, and then we go, what's that do? And then everybody goes, wait, what does that do?
And we're like, oh, we don't know.
And then we play with it, and then we make a video about it.
Yeah, which is pretty much exactly what I did.
Yeah, I think you really nailed it on the head. I think it turned out really well. What do you think, Quiet Spaceman over there?
That was excellent.
It was excellent. Excellent.
You hear that?
So I think we'll go into camera calibration video first.
Sure.
Let's check it out.
This video is intended to teach you how to recalibrate your Muse 3D camera if it ever comes out of alignment. First, power on your Muse unit and verify all the connections. Second, carefully take out the honeycomb base and set it aside. Place calibration sheet centered on the bottom plate. The bottom edge of the calibration sheet should sit approximately 1/2 inch to 1 inch away from the back edge of the bottom plate. Ensure that there are no jobs active on your machine. Check the Tools tab on the LCD screen of your machine. Select Camera Calibration, and lastly, Stitch Calibration. The camera will take multiple images of the calibration sheet and use the data to calibrate the camera to the workspace. Avoid opening the lid during the calibration process. This process should take about 5 minutes. Remove calibration sheet and insert honeycomb base. Your Muse 3D is now recalibrated and ready to run jobs again.
And we're back.
Did you enjoy that?
I did, yeah. I think it's a super useful video. It's something that people have been asking us about as well.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah, it's super easy. I think it takes like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Roughly.
and I mean, it's bound to happen. Most of the time it happens during shipping.
Right.
And people are like, this camera's way off. Everybody sounds like that when they're, you know.
Yeah, when they call into support, yeah, we have recordings that are like, it's way off.
It's way off. And yeah, it's due to the carriers most of the time. And it just gets jostled, and it's very easy to fix,
Yeah.
luckily.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I mean, it's something that can kind of go out of whack over time, but for the most part, it's something that you do once and
Yeah.
probably rarely have to do it again. But
Yeah, I mean, the laser head is doing this, you know, for a while.
what's it doing?
Like if it's
Just making sure.
it's going real fast, and it does get jostled after a while, just like alignment.
Yeah.
You run the laser for a while, especially through engravings, it you know, goes real fast.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So
I'm doing this.
I just want to remind everybody, questions and comments and concerns at the end of the video.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do a quick Q&A at the end.
And
We
we'll
already have a few questions.
We'll say hello to people like Bradley White, Mary, Yayo. Oh man, I hope I said that right. I think I used to say Yayo, and then somebody said Yayo. They'll let us know. I mess it up
Yeah.
every time. It's just like Wendy William Watts from Norwegian. She's
Wendy
Norwegian.
Williamson Watts?
Yeah, she's from Norwegian.
She's from Nova Scotia.
Yes, Norway.
That wasn't even what you used to say. You
I
said
don't-
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. There we go. And yeah. Well,
Or wait, no, I think she is from Newfoundland.
I
I
know.
don't remember.
Or she has a dog, a Newfie, a Newfoundland.
I don't think that's the case. But anyway, Angie says hello. Joy
Joy.
McAlvin.
Hey, Joy.
John Dezel.
What's up, John?
Joshua Cornish.
Where's Jeanette?
I don't know.
John, where's Jeanette?
Where is she?
Where is she? You always let us she always she always lets us know that John's off doing something, but he doesn't let us know if Jeanette's okay.
Newfoundland. Yes, she's from Newfoundland.
There we go. That's where her dog's from.
No.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching, Sean.
Okay, all right. She
What?
is getting a Newfoundland. This fall, she's getting a Newfoundland puppy.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Those are
They're
some-
great dogs.
Those are huge dogs.
They're very big.
I think wasn't that Beethoven? Beethoven was in Newfoundland? No.
Cute.
He wasn't in Newfie.
No, I don't think he was.
Something else.
I think
There
he
you
was a
go.
Saint Bernard,
There
yeah.
you go. Our movie buff over here.
So anyway, back on topic here.
Let's talk the next video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to jump into that? Then
Talk
we'll
about
say-
some reference markers.
Yeah, reference markers. A lot of people have been asking us about reference markers, so I'm happy that we have a video.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tim. the T-Snowman himself.
Hit it.
Today, we're going over how to use reference markers. Reference markers are a great tool to be used in lieu of having an onboard camera. So if you have a Pro machine or a Muse core, these are great for lining up designs on oddly shaped material. To get started, you'll first need to open RE3 and change your laser's positioning mode to absolute. This will ensure the position of your reference markers coincide with your machine's bed. Go ahead and save changes, and now we can begin. For this example, we'll be using this organically shaped pickguard from this guitar. Now if we wanted to add a design to this odd shape, there are multiple ways of doing it. We could take a ruler, micrometer, or even take a picture of the pickguard and recreate it in a design software, but that takes time. With reference markers, we can do all the setup we need within RE3 and in much less time. All we have to do is find a point on the material we want to reference, navigate on our touch screen to the reference marker screen, and set our first marker. You'll see the marker appear on both your touch screen and in RE3. This is what the reference marker screen looks like on our Pro machines. If you're using a Muse, it'll look like this. For this project, maybe I want to map out all the screw holes so I can make my own pickguard. Once we have all the reference markers set, we can add vector circles to cut them out on whatever material we want. Maybe we want to add a design to engrave instead. We can use the reference markers to map the outline of the shape as well. Reference markers are just a really great tool to help you see where your material is on the bed if you don't have a camera. Give reference markers a try, and until next time, keep making.
And we're off. People love Scrapplications. Stop it.
They didn't even hear the comment that
I know.
prompted that.
The reference markers, super useful. I am glad we got that video done. If you don't have a camera, super useful.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
even if you do have the camera, you could still use it. Let's say the camera's down for whatever reason it may be.
Or it's out of alignment.
Yeah, and you don't want to, which is kind of weird. We did both, things. Because if your camera calibration's off, you can do it, or just reference marker it.
Yeah, one of the two.
I think it teaches people the importance of absolute as well.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
comparison to relative mode.
So with that example specifically with the pickguard for the guitar, those circles have to be exact. And I mean, for the example, I don't think they were exact, but like you'd want them right in the center. Otherwise, those screw holes wouldn't line up. But.
I mean, either way, it depends on the bevel of the actual.
True. Yep, that too.
The hardware itself.
Right.
You could actually engrave, and then the head of the bolt or whatever sit flush if you engraved it, and then the whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be cool, Tim.
That would
Why
be
didn't
cool.
you do that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's say hi to everybody before we get into the Q&As that we didn't say hello to before.
Julia Madison Landrum.
Hello, Julia.
Ricky Irving Wood.
A lot of long names.
Yeah,
in
a
the
lot
list
of
people.
a lot of three names. John Dezel says that Jeanette is locked in the garage. So sorry to hear that, Jeanette.
I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she's fine. Yeah, I think that's everybody that we didn't say hi to before.
All right.
So
Well, thank you guys for watching, and now we'll get to the questions. Q&A. Yeah. If we have any questions. I mean, we covered things so well. I don't think anybody's going to have to ask anything. Right?
no, I don't think so either. I don't think we have any questions whatsoever. That's not true. We definitely at least have one.
Somebody said, "What's up?" Is that a question?
Technically, yeah. I think that's a question.
What is really cool though is reference markers ties into a video that we're making that's been a long time in the works, which is how to do a large engraving bigger than the work area of your laser.
Yeah, that was the question that I remember seeing, but I don't see it anymore.
No?
No.
We're getting good at covering things.
We are.
Or just...
But yeah, to answer that question, we were...
That's why.
Oh, okay. Luis Garcia, yeah. When are we going to see how to use the pass-through to cut large signs?
Okay. That is perfect. Because that will be next time.
Yep. We were actually going to try and squeeze it in this time. We just didn't have enough time to shoot, so we're actually shooting Friday, right?
Yeah, we're shooting Friday, and we're also shooting a new segment on just materials. So we'll have materials. Let's say you want to do stone, we'll have a whole video on everything you need to know about stone.
Right.
So it's going to be a pretty cool segment, and we'll actually have the pass-throughs to do. You know what I mean, Alan? I know what you mean. Yeah? Alrighty.
Bradley White asks, any new features coming in the next RE3? Just curious.
Oh, on the updates. There's always new features.
I think we covered this earlier. A lot of times software will add features that we won't know about.
Or, like, they brought them up, and I'm just like, that sounds cool, and forgot about it.
Right.
And then they update.
But we always do release like patch notes and whatnot.
Yeah, there's
telling
always,
you about the new.
anytime we have an update, I'll send out an email saying, hey guys, here's a whole list of, you know, all the new updates. And, you know, it'll go to the blog that has every little thing we did to it. Bug fixes, patches, all sorts of stuff.
Cool.
But when it comes to crazy features like that, I don't know if there is any that I can rattle off.
Nothing like super groundbreaking this time, that we know of at least.
I'll have to hang out with the software engineers.
Sounds like a fun time.
Super fun. They're an outgoing bunch. Super outgoing guys, the software guys. They're fun.
Anyway, next question. Granite and stone, I have the Muse Hobby Laser, no camera. What settings do I need?
So the Muse and, well, stone in general, power settings pretty easy, right, Alan?
Yes.
When it comes to power settings on stone, I mean, unless it's super high detailed, I mean, you can go 100 power and almost really any speed. I'd go 100 and see how it looks.
Yeah, you can't burn a rock very easily with
There
the
you
laser.
go.
So.
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't really burn a rock. I would say a lot of rocks do have coatings that you can burn.
Aha.
I've noticed that at the dollar store, instead of actually polishing the stone,
Oh, they coat them.
They coat them with wax. Super cheap compared to actually tumbling it, which takes time. So that's why you don't buy stones at the dollar store.
Good to know.
I don't think that's even like a thing. You know, people don't go to the dollar store and go, man, these rocks.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But I've learned just a little tidbit of information, you know? Don't shop for rocks at the dollar store.
I don't even think that was the question that was answered, but
Nope.
or asked.
But 100 power, 100 speed, it's hard to mess up.
Yeah, if it comes out a little bit faint, just slow
I
it
mean,
down or just run it
with
again.
rock, it reacts, and it's not so much faint, but like the detail, it was like too fast to read small detail.
Right.
So you can slow your power, or if it's a black and white image, you can raise your threshold a bit to pick up more data on the small detailed areas.
Right. Also, keep in mind, typically the darker the stone is, the better engraving you're going to get. You're
Yeah,
just
when
going to see more contrast.
Yeah, when it comes to contrast, I mean, the engraving is going to be a matte, and it's typically lighter than the actual sand polished stone.
Right. Yeah, so like if it's a super light color, you might not be able to see it very well.
No, but you can shine it.
Yeah.
It's a secret. You can have secret message
Secret
stones.
stone messages.
It's a secret. I love you, Tim.
Thanks, Walker. Moving on.
It's not a secret.
Oh.
Everyone knows.
Alrighty.
You
All
can't
right,
say
we have
alright.
a lot of questions.
Really?
Yeah. All right. I'm new and I'm trying to access the learning projects on the site, but every time I try to access projects on the FSL site, I get a 404 error. Any idea when this is going to be fixed?
Angie Stockton, please send me the link, or just send us the link in the comment section, because on our side, things are working fine, right?
I think so. Yeah, typically.
Yeah. Please send us a link that's not working.
We did recently change our website, so it's possible that it could be an old link.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, we can give you a new link and try and fix any outdated links
Because
anywhere.
we do have over 100 free projects.
We do. There are a lot.
I'd say realistically probably over 300, because each one has like a handful of projects.
Right.
But you know.
Okay. Wendy Williamson Watts from Newfoundland asks, will RE3 for the Muse have the ability to show Z height in the software? You can move it, but you don't know the actual height.
There's no registration for that height. That is cool. That's a cool idea. So I'm thinking, since there is a limit switch, there's no problem to do that.
Yeah.
There is no limit switch, though, for the pros on the Z-axis.
Yeah.
But there is a limit switch for the Muse 3D, so it is possible.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we'll shoot that up the ladder.
Yeah, I do know you can change your actual focus in the advanced settings. You can change the, the focus height.
Mm.
It defaults to.
Gotcha.
But I don't know if that helps at all.
Maybe.
I really don't, in reference to what, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Tim?
I know what you mean, Dom.
You got me?
I got you.
Thanks, dude.
Okay. RE3, are you going to add text to following curves? Yeah, you can do that, actually.
Who said that?
John Morwood.
John Morwood, you can add text to curves. If you go on our YouTube channel, we have a video on how to do it.
Yep. I think it's in the RE3 tutorial playlist.
Yes, it's very simple. You make a curve, you add text, you add your text. I think you select both and modify path, add text to path, I believe.
Yeah,
That's all from memory.
We can
but
throw you a link.
Yeah, we'll throw you a
to
link
the
to the video on how to do curve text.
But yeah, you can
Very
absolutely do that.
super easy. It's actually more, I think, intuitive and easy to use than the Illustrator version of the same thing.
I would agree.
It's very simple to use.
Yeah, I think Illustrator gives you a few more options, but it's not nearly as intuitive or user-friendly.
Yeah, I mean,
in
you
my
can
opinion.
literally put like a wave, throw the text on there, and actually move it on the wave.
Yeah.
So it's really, really nice.
Alrighty.
You okay, Alan?
Yes.
Your spacesuit didn't lose air?
No.
Okay.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Okay.
Ricky Irving Wood asks, I don't recall, is it an open API? And if yes, is there documentation on the API?
It's not open.
It's not open.
Yeah, it's not open. He's referencing the software, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It's not open.
Um,
Sorry, Ricky.
As far as documentation, I'm not sure. We'd have to talk to.
Yeah, software. Willard Sexton.
Oh, and then Julia wants us to add her email. Well, I imagine we probably have it,
Okay.
but we can make sure that that's in the database for you.
Yeah, Julie.
Willard Sexton, Angie Stockton, Angie Stockton.
Oh, he sent her a link. That's what he's doing.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Oh, Jeanette finally got unlocked out of her closet.
Finally unlocked the garage door. Excellent. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're doing. My mom says, best answer ever, don't buy stones at the dollar store. Walker, you rock.
Oh,
she said.
my goodness.
See what I did there?
I
Yes.
have so
Yes,
many
I did.
not so
I am your
appropriate
son.
geologist jokes.
What is the best material to use for inlays on engravings? It depends on what material you were engraving.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what the output you want when it comes to applications. If you want a super clean, super colorful inlay, then I would use acrylic, right? If the inlay has to be translucent or transparent, I would use acrylic.
Right.
If it needs to be wood, I'd use wood. Really, when it comes down to inlays, you have to think about the kerf of the laser, because it does have a kerf, even though it's really small compared to a blade. You have to slightly adjust for kerf. Technically, I will do an offset of like 0.1, 0.2 millimeters when designing for inlays. It really depends on your power settings. If you dial in your power settings, you probably don't need to adjust much, especially if you do the sanding technique with some glue. I don't know if you know, but if you can sand wood, mix it with the glue, it actually kind of makes pseudo wood.
Yeah, like a wood filler.
Yeah, it's like a wood filler. And it matches the actual wood.
Yep, matches the color, and it's also sandable,
Yes.
which is nice.
The more you know about dollar store rocks.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
I put the riser under my Muse. Do I take the floor out and the honeycomb out to engrave on bigger stones? If they don't fit in your laser, yes.
Yes. Anything over, I think it's 2.2 inches in height, you will want to remove the floor, use a riser, or you can just prop it up. Some people have just made their own risers to fit like baseball bats, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
Mostly just baseball bats. I'm just kidding.
Mostly just baseball bats. To change, okay, yeah.
But does it do tumblers? It does.
It does. Wendy Williamson Watts was just referring to, she wants to be able to change the Z height when she uses manual focus for the being able to see the Z height. Does using turbo mode harm anything?
I know it seems like it does.
Yeah, it can seem pretty like violent sometimes.
Jostling.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine if you were like on the laser head, you were like this big, and you're like, oh!
Holding on for dear life.
Like turbo mode would be like the bull ride from, down south. It would not be fun. It doesn't damage anything. I would say at like 2,000, I think 1,000 speed. It's just at a certain point, it just is not that great to work with.
Right. Yeah.
I'd say over like 500, if you're not doing like some sort of artistic paperwork, I wouldn't use anything
over
above
500.
that. It gets a bit jostling, and detail is going to be lost the faster you go.
Right. Yeah, the motors are pretty robust. You running them on turbo mode isn't really going to hurt them at all. However, like on the Muse, I know it can seem kind of jostling just because with that head whipping around so much, the whole machine likes to move.
Yeah, if you have a weak table, like the table will move itself.
Yeah.
It's an earthquake.
It's an earthquake.
I feel like it'd be cool if we had like the questions like strolling on the stream, Figure that out, Alan? Can you do that?
do that.
All right, cool.
Twitch.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Y'all are top rocks. Thank you, Julia. We're top rocks.
Yeah.
What's a top rock?
Don't question it. Okay. Dustin Payne asks, my vectors move super slow in RE3. Do you know how I can fix that?
Is vector move super slow in RE3? Who's this?
Dustin Payne.
Dustin, so it sounds like you possibly have too many anchor points in your vector, or you could just go turbo mode. But most of the time I found that if I do like a very bad auto trace, instead of like, let's say a D just has a couple of points.
Yeah, just like a line. Actually, technically it'd just be like 3 points, I think.
Yeah, it should have 4 if it, like, depending on the font.
Right.
Internally, maybe 6. And yeah, but I found that if you do a really bad auto trace, it can kind of look right, but as soon as you zoom in, it's got a million anchor points in it or nodes that is going to slow down your laser. And if you do a lot of auto tracing, you'll notice that sometimes it does a good job on a straight line, and then around some curves, it'll like go real slow, and then go a fast curve. So if it has some sort of motion like that, where it sometimes seems fast, sometimes seems slow, it is definitely too many anchor points.
Just in case you're talking about like the software is moving slow when you add vectors, that could just be
Too many vectors.
Too many, like you said, same problem, like too many anchor points, like the software is going to chug a little bit. Also, if you have a lot of open files or open projects,
Yes.
that will significantly slow down the software, because the software is not running on your computer, it's running on the laser, which has limited memory. So
Angie asks,
if that's the case.
Angie asks, how do you get turbo mode on the Pro? So Angie, if you have a newer Pro with RE3, you just need to get the newest version of the software to get turbo mode.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know how to access turbo mode, simply go to our YouTube and look up the tutorials. I think, Tim, you did that one.
I did.
The tutorials on in the software playlist?
Yep.
Yeah.
Short answer though, it's in settings. If you just go to settings, I think if you go to the laser tab, there should just be turbo mode on off, and it's just a switch.
Yeah, you might already be on the right version.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know every time. It's like you hit play and then it says you're in turbo mode.
Yeah. Do you want it? Are you sure?
In that voice too.
Yeah.
You're in turbo mode.
You're in turbo mode. Are you sure?
It's turbo time.
Turbo-tastic. All right. Julia Madison Landrum asks, do you put the honeycomb at the floor when you take out the floor of the Muse? Oh, you don't have to. I think she's asking if you take the floor
Take the
out.
bottom off and then with the riser.
Yeah. I mean, you can if you want to put the, if
Yeah.
you're not cutting anything,
Yeah, it's not needed.
it's not necessary. Like if you're just doing an engraving, like I think you mentioned stone earlier. If you're just doing an engraving, you don't need to put anything under it. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. As long as you can get the laser focused on your material, you're
What
fine.
would be cool is if you took the Muse and put it on a big rock you can't move and engraved, like, you know, that'd be cool.
We were going to do my hood.
Yeah, the hood of your car.
Rip.
Oh, rest in peace. That's weird, man. That's weird that you crashed it into somebody and it stopped working.
I know, right? Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought? Who
I
would have
just
thought?
I didn't read the owner manual enough.
Yeah. Do not ever fill with oil, smash into back of innocent bystanders.
Yeah. Okay. Justin Payne said moving the file around in the software. Yeah. If it's a vector file with like a lot of anchor points, it's just going to move slowly. Like that's just the limitation of the memory of the software. That's true in most design softwares. It's just the advantage would be like if you're running Illustrator, you're running it on your computer, which has more memory than the laser does. So if it's possible to simplify your laser or your file, then do that. Otherwise, just get rid of any open projects that you're not using. That might also help.
Brian Kroll, that's a good one. Brian Kroll
Are you
asked.
skipping a bunch?
No, but that's a good one.
All right.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think you skipped a lot actually. But go ahead.
Brian Kroll, I can't read. that. That's so
You're
small.
in charge now apparently.
Yeah, I'm being my dad now. Is there any other way to use RE3 without having to turn on the laser? Using the trial software on the website, just thinking about if a person just wants to have lag-free design time, not on your machine or access to the internet. I see. I read that and I was all excited to say, we have it online. You can
He
use
knew.
it."
He knew
Yeah,
already.
He did.
In the context that you're talking about, I don't believe we have
do
that
not.
available.
You can either access it by turning on your laser or access it via our website.
Yeah, we don't have any standalone application currently. Let me scroll back up.
Okay. We got a lot of questions today.
We get a lot of questions.
Since when? Usually they're like, how's it going? Good.
Annette Bally asks, what needs to be done if the Muse is not cutting the far right area? Even perimeter check shows fading in the same area.
Far right, that is 100% alignment most of the time.
Yep.
100%, 60% of the time.
60% of the time, it's alignment every time.
Yeah. So, mostly alignment. It could be, like, let's say, no, I'm saying alignment. There could be an issue with dirty lenses and optics as well.
Yeah,
But most of the time,
for the most part. Yeah, if it's
Or-
fading in a particular like quadrant of the laser,
Yes.
it's most likely the alignment.
And lower right hand corner is almost always #1 symptom for alignment.
That'll be the first one to go out.
Also think it's the furthest away from the origin of the laser.
Right. The laser has to go the most distance to get to that bottom right. So any alignment issues are going to kind of rear their heads
Yeah.
pretty obviously at that point.
Mm-hmm. All right, Alan? Yeah.
Alan knows.
Alan's on point today. He had his caffeine.
Alrighty. Yep, and Willard Sexton also says that typically means the mirrors are out of alignment. Yayo asks.
Willard's a good guy. Good guy. He's been with us for a while.
He knows. Yeah, he knows his stuff too.
Yeah,
Yayo asks, have 2 hobbies and 1 Muse. I never updated the software. Do I need to update? They are working okay.
I say you don't need to.
Yeah, if they're doing what you need them to do, I don't think you necessarily have to. Like, we're not going to come to your house and like update our software.
The update police. You need to update.
Update your software.
Yeah, I'm using the old RE3 software at my house. I haven't even upgraded to RE3. So
You're using like RE1?
Yeah, I'm kicking it old school.
Kicking it
so
old school.
You don't have to update.
I'm not using any software with my laser at home.
Yeah, because you don't got a laser.
Don't have a laser, don't have a car.
Yeah, I know. That's because you crashed them both into people.
Hey, that plywood turned out in front of me, okay?
So we were engraving his hood while he was driving.
It was not a good... Don't do that. All right.
If you do, videotape it.
Yeah, we didn't even get any footage.
I know.
Annette also asks, what is the max cutting area on the Muse? Max I am getting is approximately 18.5.
18.5 cutting?
Cutting should be up to 20.
It should be very close.
Yeah.
I know, what was it? Mr. Cornish was having issues trying to get pure 24 and 16 out of his 24 by 16. I forget how that was resolved. Maybe he can remind us. But I will say I've had to do a pure 48 by, some file that somebody wanted 48 inches. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember being able to get a true 48, so I did 47.8 inches.
Well, if it's a really skinny file, you can just
tweak it.
Slant it.
Actually, I have done that too,
Yeah,
where it just like takes up.
Where you can get more than 48.
Or you could do the pass-through that we're going to show next time.
Yeah, we'll actually finally show you how to do that.
We'll finally show you how to do that, Jim Barber. He's
Yeah,
been asking for
yes.
everything.
In terms of not getting a full 20, yeah, there might be an issue if that's the case. I know if you're doing engraving and cutting at the same time, you will not get a full 20.
No.
Because engraving needs that extra space on the edges to kind of get a run up. So if you're just doing a file that's just cutting and you're not getting 20, that might be an issue for support. But
Yeah, I would definitely. Well, we can test it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We'll test it out. Alan will test it out. He's got to do something.
Okay, is there any other way to... Oh, you read that already.
Mm-hmm.
Because you scrolled down. Amateur. Okay.
Wendy, Yayo, Brian.
Okay, those are replies. We have a lot of questions today, guys, which is super cool. That's a response. That's a response.
Brian, my tube is looking pretty dirty, dusty. That's a problem.
Is that a problem?
Is that a problem?
Do you want me to just read these?
Yeah, read it. Brian Kroll says,
My tube is looking pretty dirty/dusty. Is that a problem, or should the outside of your tube be cleaned regularly? Don't recall seeing anything in the maintenance.
so Brian, I will tell you the way my father told me. You wash your car, it's going to run better. Well, and when I was younger, I didn't get that. I was like, why if my car's clean on the inside and outside, it's going to run better? And that's because if you take care of something, if you take care of something in general, it's going to run better.
Okay,
Because you're
I
going
can
to
see
start
that.
doing maintenance and this and that. And, I mean, it is good practice to clean that area. You don't want a ton of dirt on your tubes. And a lot of people don't know, at the end of the tube, there is an actual lens. And you do need to clean that.
Right.
And to get in there, you take a lens wipe, Q-tip, and clean it in there, just like you would, your ear, right?
No, you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your
Really?
ears. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a method on every Q-tip
just like
box.
I would do.
I mean, everybody does it. I'm just saying you're not supposed to.
But you're supposed to back it. When it comes to laser tubes, you're supposed to back it because pure cotton on the lenses is not a good thing.
Yeah, you get those fibers.
Micro
will-
scratches.
Yeah.
not good.
So what Walker's trying to say is that the laser isn't really going to work any less if the tube is dirty. However, that dirt can often kind of migrate over to the front and get
It's just
in the
good
lens.
practice to keep things clean, because not only is that area where the tube is, you also had your gantry control, you know, all sorts of stuff that you just want to keep nice and clean.
Right. And you also have that fan back there that could kick up some of that dust and
rails.
Yeah.
I mean, that dust is nasty and sticky, and
so yeah, it's
good practice.
Yeah, it's
to
a
keep things
good habit to get into. Alrighty.
It does, now that my dad said that, like, I feel like every time I wash my car, it runs better. It's just a mental thing, right? Just happiness. It is, definitely. Thanks for talking, Alan.
You're welcome. Once every 5 minutes.
Julia Madison, that's it. Another 5 minutes. You have to be quiet for another 5 minutes.
Oh, word rabbit.
What did I just say?
How's he scratching his face?
Julia Madison scratching his face inside of his spacesuit.
Just pull it out of the
What? Julia Madison Landrum asks, "What are inlays?"
What are inlays?
Yeah.
So that is either when somebody engraves the same file and fits it into that engraving, or cuts away that file and fits it into that hole. Like, essentially, you got a box, you cut out a circle, you cut out that circle with another material and fit it in there.
Right.
That's an inlay.
That's an inlay. Yep.
Most
It's a
of the time-
pretty broad term.
Yeah, most of the time it's supposed to be flush.
Yeah.
You know.
Angie Stockton asks, "I can't get the printer port to install. Tried every way multiple times. I have Windows 10 and a ticket from the 22nd. Any suggestions? Would love to be able to send my projects directly from my Silhouette or Cricut to Pro Machine."
All right, so print driver. So the print driver for Windows 10, honestly, what is it, Angie?
Yeah.
Angie, if I'll talk to support and see what your ticket has to say. They would know best when it comes to the print driver. I will be honest, I save everything as PDF and drag it in.
Same.
And I didn't always used to do that, because at home I just use a print driver. But what I've learned is using the print driver, I don't save all the time. You know, you get used to just hitting file print, and then something shuts down and the project's lost.
And you don't even have it.
So I actually adopted the save to PDF sort of workflow, because it was actually beneficial for me to have it just in case. Because everything, especially when you're working on like a file that you're really into, you know, you're all happy, you're like, this is going great. Oh my goodness, it couldn't be any more smooth. And then it just, you know, you had that happen to you yesterday, right?
I did.
And he was editing a video and he's like, "Yay, everything's great. This is going together quick."
Crashed.
Done. Everything's gone. But we'll ask for you, Angie.
Yeah, we'll track down support for you. I'm sure there are some support guys watching right now.
Saying something
What's going on
about
with their ticket?
Scrapplications.
Yeah, what's going on with their ticket, guys?
Yeah, they're probably too busy talking about Scrapplications.
Probably.
You know?
Wendy Williamson Watts asks, "When will the water icon get a big fix?"
Next update.
Yeah, I imagine the next update we'll patch in a fix for that.
Yeah, that was caught very early on, and I know everybody asked about it online, and we responded fairly quickly, and then people continue to ask, and you just go through like the Facebook forum, and it just gets asked over and over again. But yeah, it was fixed already. We're just waiting. We like to do a lot of fixing before we do the update, so very soon.
Yep. Will RE3 and Lightburn hook up to possibly allow for printing direct? Sorry in advance if this is not an option.
You can print direct, but I don't know about Lightburn.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Lightburn either.
Yeah, we don't use Lightburn.
Yeah, but we were just talking about our print driver.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the print driver works very well.
Except for
except for Angie.
except for Angie.
We'll figure
apparently.
it out.
And that looks like that's about it for now, at least.
Julia says, "What happened?
What happened?
What happened?"
I don't know.
It's a great question.
That is a great question. I have no idea what happened.
My grandma asks that every time I see her.
What happened?
What happened to you? boy.
Oh God, no.
He used to be such a sweet child.
I don't know what happened either,
Yeah.
Grandma. So anyway, I think that'll do it for today.
That'll do it. If you guys have any videos, ideas, project ideas, cool project ideas, nothing like what was that, the mask thing? The bendable mask thing that Jeanette wanted? If you have any cool video ideas,
Wow.
or any cool project ideas,
Shade.
then please
Savage.
let us know. If you want to know anything, put it in the comment section. We try to be, very diligent about responding.
Yeah.
Alan's on there. I mean, we're all on there throughout the day.
Yeah.
Any questions, just message us, comment. Remember, for next week, or not next week, next time we go live, it's huge, hashtag made with FSL. Huge, huge. We're going to go over, because we've had a ton that I actually missed for a long time. And there are a lot of great submissions, so we're going to do a whole segment on that, not just announce the winner. So get them in, hashtag made with FSL. You have 2 weeks to win a free lens of your choice, which I would just get a replacement lens, because who knows what could happen. But you could get the 1.5
Yep.
high detail engraving lens, or the 5.0 long focus lens,
Yep.
or $250 off your next purchase.
Yeah. Whichever
Actually,
you
it's
like.
and now.
Is it and now?
It's and, not or.
I can never get a straight answer. I always hear it from multiple people as two different things.
It's and. I
You
said
heard it here
now.
first.
I said it now. So, keep that in mind. And I think until next time,
Keep making.
Scrapplications.
Hey there guys, thanks for watching. If you click here, you can subscribe to our channel, or if you click over this way, you can check out some other videos that we've